guys, it's Annie back with another video, and in today's video I am sharing with you guys the #1 reason why so many people never achieve their YouTube goals or even their non-social media related goals. Back when I first started my own YouTube channel, I had all these ambitions of gaining subscribers and views, getting monetized on YouTube, turning my channel into a full-time job, eventually hitting 100,000 subscribers. And for the first couple of years that I had all of these goals, all of these ambitions, that I was really trying to accomplish all these things, I just really never actually got there. It wasn't until about 3 years after I first started my channel that a whole ton of videos on my channel began to take off, a bunch of subscribers and viewers began flying in. I finally was able to monetize my channel, then I had my first 4-figure months, my first 5-figure months, and eventually made 6 figures. And then also accomplished my biggest goal that I'd set from the beginning, which was to hit 100,000 subscribers. And funny enough, it's really not until after I had achieved all of that and reached all those goals that I really realized the #1 reason why it took me so freaking long. That was when I really began to see all the patterns and the things I had done right. I began to have things pointed out to me that I did right by other creators, and then I realized the #1 reason why it had taken me so freaking long to get there. And definitely, had I known everything that I now know way back then, had I taken the advice I'm giving you guys in this video, things might have happened a little bit faster and sooner. Which is why I am sitting here making this video today and sharing all this advice with you guys, so that hopefully at least 1 or 2 creators who are currently in the position I was way back then can take full advantage of this advice. So the #1 biggest mistake that so many creators make, that I made way back when, was setting goals that are result-based rather than action-based goals. And if you have ever heard anybody talking about SMART, better known as SMART goals, this is sort of within that same area. So what exactly is the main difference between a result-based goal and an action-based goal? Result-based goals are essentially anything that you want to have, you want to own, you want to accomplish, you want to get to. So a non-social media related example of a result-based goal could be things like wanting to lose 10 pounds, wanting to learn a new language fluently, wanting to get all straight A's this semester in school. Then as for a few examples of result-based goals that are in fact focused on social media, could be things like wanting to reach your first 1,000 followers on TikTok or Instagram, wanting to get your YouTube channel monetized and make money with your channel. These are all examples of things you want to do, things you want to have, and things you want to accomplish. Whereas when we're talking about action-based goals, you're still setting these goals with your result-based goals in mind. However, rather than setting goals for things that aren't within your immediate control, instead you are setting goals that are fully within your control right this very second, which are actually going to help you to get so much closer to those other more result-based goals. So if we go back to some of the examples of result-based goals that I mentioned earlier, wanting to lose 10 pounds, wanting to get straight A's, wanting to learn a new fluent language, what it is you basically want to do is you want to take any and all of your result-based goals and treat those as end goals, kind of like the end of the finish line. Then what you want to do is basically sit down with every single one of those result-based goals that you have in mind, and then you want to break down a list of action-based goals that are actually going to help you get there. So for example, if your goal is to get monetized on YouTube and monetize your videos on YouTube, then you're going to have to gain 4,000 hours of watch time in a 12-month period. So how exactly can you go about actually achieving that? You can set an action-based goal of uploading 3 videos every week. You can also set an actionable goal to have every one of your uploads be longer than 10 minutes to give more content to your audience to watch. Then you can also try to find some new or different ways to edit your YouTube videos in a way that's going to help you to get more audience retention. That way, your goal is not just a result-based goal of getting monetized on YouTube or reaching 4,000 hours of watch time. Instead, getting those watch time hours and getting monetized on YouTube is sort of your end goal, kind of your finish line. And in between, you have these actionable goals and steps you can take every day, every week, every month that are going to bring you one step closer to that goal every single day. Same thing with a non-social media related goal. If your goal is to learn a new language fluently, then some more actionable goals you may want to set up are to study X amount of times every week, or to watch X amount of videos with the subtitles of the language you're trying to learn. Once again, all actionable goals that are going to take you one step closer to achieving your result-based goals. So this is when I really began to realize exactly why everything had changed so rapidly and why my YouTube channel had actually begun to grow and be successful. Without actually having realized at the time that that was in fact what I had actually started to do, I began to create routines for myself, I began to create systems for myself, and just as a whole, I began to be a whole lot more consistent in everything I was doing, everything I was achieving, and all these little baby steps I was taking on the way to a bigger goal. Once I had finally figured out what it was I was creating, who I was creating it for, how I was planning to get all of my content in front of people, how I was going to bring in all this new traffic, and also how to convert all that traffic into subscribers that are going to stick around. I then, without being fully conscious of it at the time, began to take actual steps and strides in building an audience, growing an audience, monetizing all the traffic on my channel, and reaching all of my goals. And then also, whenever I would find myself hitting kind of a snag or a bump in the road, the methods I was using, the steps I was taking, and everything I was doing at the time just wasn't working anymore. If I'd hit kind of a snag and nothing was growing anymore, then I knew to switch up all of my action-based goals and approach it from a different angle. As soon as things would stop progressing, as soon as I wasn't growing anymore, seeing any more success or growth, that was when I knew it was time to go about this in a new fashion, in a new way, switch up my action-based goals and what I was doing every day, every week, every month, and just go about it in a new and different way that would set me back on course and progressing again. So if this is you, if you are a content creator or a regular average Joe that is struggling to achieve your goals or see progress or any kind of movement towards those goals, this is absolutely the way that you want to look at things and the approach you want to take going forward. We are rapidly approaching the new year. It's about to be 2023. It's going to be the time of year that everybody is setting new goals, having all of these visions for things they want to accomplish in the new year. So if you have any kind of YouTube related goals or social media related goals or non-social media related goals that you want to achieve in 2023, definitely the best approach, the best thing you can possibly do for yourself is to create a plan of actionable goals for every single one of them. From this current point in time, what are things you can do daily, weekly, and monthly that are going to bring you so much closer to actually achieving every one of those goals? And also, do not forget what is potentially the most important part, which is actually tracking all of your progress as you go along. I still remember way back when I was really focused on trying to get monetized on YouTube and hit all those requirements. I actually had an app on my phone called YT Tracker back when the requirements were 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. It basically had these two tubes for each one of the requirements that basically showed you every single day, little by little, how much closer you got to those requirements and those goals every day. If in the new year, one of your biggest goals is to work out more, get into more of a fitness routine and fit lifestyle, then you can track how many days a week you are going to the gym or getting physical activity. You can also track little by little every single time how much more weight you are lifting than last time, how long you are running on the treadmill every time, how long you're actually exercising for every time. Tracking all of your progress and all of your results is not only something that is super motivating and super rewarding, but it's also a really good way of seeing when you are progressing and when you've maybe hit a plateau. So that whenever you do actually hit a plateau, whenever you realize or notice that you're not really progressing anymore, things aren't really moving anymore, then you can sort of sit down and reevaluate things and look over things, maybe set some new actionable goals, and just like I said earlier, find a different way or a different angle to approach all of your goals. So that is definitely something that you want to do if you have any goals you're wanting to achieve or things you want to work towards. Definitely do not forget to track every single step of your progress. That is without a doubt one of the biggest things you will absolutely thank yourself for once you actually reach those end goals. But yeah, you guys, that is it for this video. That is everything I wanted to share with you guys about the best possible method and approach to reaching all of your goals. Hopefully this helps you as a creator or a non-creator. Hopefully going into the new year, this is going to help you to reach all your goals. And as always, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you all so much for watching. I love you all to the moon and back, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!